Hi, everybody. In the next few days leading up to Christmas, I want to talk about the scene of Christmas a little bit. And to begin with, there's been a lot made of no room in the inn. The problem with that idea is, let's just think about it a little bit. If you had relatives coming and one of them was pregnant and almost ready to have a baby, would you not have any place for them at all? That's kind of unlikely. And in fact, when you look at this Greek word for inn, it's the same word that's used when Jesus, at the end of his ministry, tells the disciples to go and prepare a place for the Last Supper. And he tells them to go and prepare it in an upper room. The upper room was, in homes, was often the place where you had guests stay. And that's the same Greek word as we now translate as inn, and we make an innkeeper that doesn't exist in the Bible. And he's turning away the Mary and Joseph. And apparently the family's just totally oblivious. They don't care because, this is where Joseph came from, was Bethlehem. So it seems to me that some relative would find some room for them. And in fact, that's what happened. Because that room inn also means upper room. And the upper room is the place where guests stayed. And of course, there were a lot of guests at this time because they were doing the census. So all of the families were coming back. So here comes Mary and Joseph. The upper room is completely filled, and they need to find a place that'll be private to have this birth. And so they pick the best place they can pick that's warm and somewhat sanitary, not real sanitary, but it's the barn. And often in this place, barns were connected to houses, just like they were in Norway often. And in fact, the heat from the animals would heat the house as well, and vice versa. So it's very likely that they were in a barn that was connected to the house in some way. And this was a private area where they could have this baby and not be disturbed by all of the family living or in the upper room. And so it wasn't that there was no room, there was very little room, and the best room possible was provided. Having said that, it's an important detail because God comes into our world not in a palace or not in some great place, but he comes in the lowest place, the barn, the place where animals eat, in a feed trough. And he is actually our food in our lives. And he comes in a way so humble that there is no one on earth who would say, well, that's too rich for my taste. No, God comes in the lowest possible place so that we can all identify with this birth. So that's my thought for the day. And always be remembering that God is often in the lowest place, places we would never expect. That's where you're going to find God. So in your life today, look in the place you would never expect God to see and see if maybe you don't see God there. Have a great day. God bless.